What's going on? We are live. I figured out a way to use two cameras, so I'll show you guys my project I got going on. Busy day today. We'll wait around. I'm sure it's going to take a few minutes for everybody to get inside here. So I need to make some decisions on some of the projects I have going on. I'm thinking there went out, the notification just went out. So I was messing with the old Chevy today and looking it over, and I'm thinking that I'll just probably keep the old Chevy and get the IDI going and turn that into some cash so we can finish some projects. So the last live we talked about Tuesday night being Tinkering Tuesday, where everybody can kind of come and talk about their projects they got going on. Let me see if I can turn this off. Why is that on? I don't know why I'm hearing that. Oh, it's the mic only. I see. So let's see what's going on. We'll wait for some people to come into the room. As you guys are coming into the room, leave a comment. What's going on with you? What kind of little project you got going on? This little thing here is kind of, I thought I'd show a smaller project because I was telling everybody at the last live we had, you know, you don't have to be doing some major project to be part of the live. So this is a kind of a cool little thing. This is a toolbox that was given to me by my neighbor, and I think it was her dad's. And I'm guessing it was like from the 40s. But I was looking at it today. There's a little tray in there I need to fix. But I think I'm just going to spray it with some clear and just leave it like it is because it looks so cool. And I don't remember where he worked at. He worked in the mines or something like that. But you know, I did some, I went and checked on her cats and stuff. Hey, Alex Barris, how you doing? Welcome to the live. So I went and checked on her animals for her, and I seen this old toolbox, and I said, hey, what are you going to do with that old toolbox? Hey, Ian Gates, welcome to the live. So tonight, we're going to do our first Tinkering Tuesday. We decided on Tuesdays we're going to have everybody come in here and talk about their projects they got going on. Hey, Truther777, welcome to the live. I'm glad you're here tonight. Jonathan Rivera, welcome. Raul Hernandez, welcome. How's everybody doing tonight? I had a busy day. That's okay. You don't have to have a project. We can just talk about stuff. No big deal. We just thought Tuesdays we're going to start trying to do something specific, you know, instead of having to sit here and listen to me ramble on. Hello. Hey, Motorin, how's it going, brother? What do you think of my little project? Look at this thing. It's a toolbox from like the 40s, I think. So I was out there did a bunch of moving around the stuff today, and I was looking over the old Chevy. I got that 71 Chevy C20, and I was looking at the diesel I got going on. I got to decide. I got to get rid of one and keep the other. It's hard to decide. I think I'm going to keep the old Chevy because I think I can get enough money out of the IDI to finish up two projects. So. Melissa Perez, welcome to the live. How's everybody doing? If you guys would, if you haven't subscribed, give us your subscription. We'd appreciate it. And just so you know, on Tuesdays now, we're going to be doing Tinkering Tuesday. Hi, Sam. How you doing? I'm already subscribed. Okay, appreciate that. And if you guys would, if you don't know on your phone, and I'm just learning all this stuff. I'm not a phone guy. So tonight I was able to figure out a way to split the channel. I invited myself as a guest so we could have show you the toolbox, and we can move that in and out. I was just kind of playing with the software tonight. So when we get guests, like if somebody wants to come on and be a guest with me, we can do that. Let me see what this looks like, just for the heck of it. Okay. I just want to see what the display looks like. That looks better, probably. So anyway, I invited myself on my phone so we could get 2 cameras going tonight, which is pretty cool because I can do that like when I'm doing the instruction videos, like when I'm doing the teaching, I can set that other camera up now and you guys will be able to see the board really good. So if you guys have never been here before, hey noob, welcome to the live. Back in 1993. Hey Lee Harris, how you doing? Yeah, Motorin's here. Yeah. We've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately. People that are like have projects going. What do you guys think about doing the Tuesday night project night? So I tell you, I'm in a situation, man. I got that 71 Chevy pickup. I'm good cooking dinner. Yeah, we cheated tonight. We just did some like throw in the oven stuff. We did like what was it, like chicken lasagna or something? Just throw it in the oven. I was busy all day, man, moving around. It's gonna rain. We got a big storm coming, so I got out there. Had to cover up my 2 boats that I just had to have. So I spent 2 hours messing around trying to get the boats covered up. Be right over. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix up that 92 F250. Yeah, it's almost done. I just got to do brakes on it. But I think I'm going to, and I did a little work on the paint just to see that how the paint was going to pop out. The paint looks great. So I'm just going to, I think I'm going to just sell that IDI, the F250, and put the money into my, that C30 Chevy pickup I have. That'll be my project for the year. And then I got to get the Harley put into the garage, tear the motor and the tranny out of it. Because that's going to be my big project for the winter. But I got so much stuff I had to move around today. I was thinking today, I was like, man, I got like 9 or 10 vehicles here right now. I need to finish up some projects. I got to quit looking. Hey, never buy a trailer, man. Don't ever buy a trailer. Let me get rid of this thing so you guys don't have to stare at this thing. I'll take care of spammer. Let me see. Tonight. Ooh. Anyway, I was thinking today, man, I got to get rid of some stuff that I've been working on. I can't keep hanging on to everything. I'm running out of space. I moved a bunch of stuff so I could get my boats to the back today, and then I got my big trailer finally moved where it's in a good spot where I can get to it. I felt pretty good about that, though. I tried to trade that boat off today for a 48 Ford, but a guy wouldn't go for it. He said he just bought a boat like 2 weeks ago. Which one is it, man? We get rid of him. You know, I got to figure out, I keep saying that, but I got to figure out how to make, how to create a moderator. I know there's a way to do it, but you think I could see it. I do not see it. But I got to put a moderator on here so we don't have to deal with people like that. So this toolbox I was showing you, I'll bring it back in. I'm trying to remember how to use all this stuff, just so you guys know. This toolbox I got right here, I was helping my neighbor. She was out of town, so I was helping her out with her animals. When she came back, I noticed this was on her back porch, like sitting there, and I was like, "Hey, what are you gonna do with that old toolbox?" She goes, "I don't know." And I said, "Well, let me know how many pennies you want for it." And then she borrowed my, I have a little roll cart. And so when she brought my cart back, she left this with it. So she gave it to me. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. So it's an actual toolbox. It looks huge, but it's a toolbox. And I'll show you, there's a tray in there. And the reason I brought it in tonight, I was thinking, some people may not have a hot rod to work on. So I was thinking maybe I'll show them, you don't have to have. Hey, who do we need to get rid of here? Is this that 007 N7? Is that the guy we need to get out of here? Yeah, he's just doing that. Okay, he's gone. I just wasn't sure what we're doing. He gone. All right, Lee, we'll see you in a little bit. So what do you guys got going for projects? Man, I got plenty. I got 2 boats, the Ford, the Chevy pickup. What else I got? The bike. And that other Harley, I was looking through all my parts today, and I found the original exhaust for it. So I think I'm going to put the original exhaust back on that. It's that 84 FLHT. It's a first generation, first year Evolution. It's a chain drive Evolution. You guys ever seen a chain drive Evolution? The first year they built the Evolution, it was a chain drive. It's got a big rubber boot around it that encapsulates the oil inside where the chain's at. It's pretty freaking cool. I don't think I'm going to do anything to that bike, but just make it stock. I think I'm even going to, so somebody updated the carburetor on it, but it has the original air cleaners in there. It's kind of round and kind of funky looking. But I'm gonna change the mount off the updated air cleaner and put the original air cleaner on there. So it'll look original, but it'll have that updated carburetor on it, which is a lot better carburetor than the factory one. But I thought it was cool is the exhaust actually said, I ran the part numbers off the exhaust. What are the numbers for? Oh, you know what? I don't know yet. I got to find out from her. She said she thought it was her dad's. So I'm thinking it might be like his employee number. And I think he worked in the mines. So what do you guys think about the 2 projects? Keep the diesel IDI as a project, or keep the 71 Chevy Camper Special as a project? I'm thinking keep the Chevy. I cleaned the whole back of the Chevy out today, and I just think it'd be a funner project than that diesel. I'd like to keep the diesel because it pulls so much weight. It's nice for pulling a trailer. But man, I can't keep 3 trucks. I got to get rid of 2 of them, or at least 1. Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought the same thing when I picked that up from her. I got to get a hold of her and ask her about it, because I think it might be his employee number. I'm not sure. Because I think he worked in the mines. I've never seen another toolbox like this one. And I've seen a lot of older toolboxes, but I'm thinking this thing was built like maybe the 30s or 40s. It's got a full, it kind of built like a, I'll open it up for you guys. It's kind of built like a tackle box, but it is a toolbox. So it has trays that rotate as it opens. You go. I don't know where these people come from sometimes. I just get rid of them. No big deal. You know what? You think I would have been ready, but I'm not. I'm not. Let me I can probably pull a picture up of the IDI. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure I can, as long as it's not video. I meant to get that done today, and I just had so much going on. I promise next week, when you guys come in here. Well, here you go. I thought this was kind of cool. I thought you guys would enjoy this. Watch this, man. Oh, let's see. How can I share that though? Let's see. I got a memo. Can I minimize it? What can I do here? Oh, there we go. Okay, let me see if I can do this. I'm learning all these buttons on here. Share screen. No, it doesn't show that one. Maybe I can show just an image file. Image file. Crap, I don't know what I called the damn thing. Let's see what it's called. I gotta mess with these controls so I know how to pull stuff up. Sorry about that, guys. I got a really cool thing I wanted to show you. Next week, man, I'll have all the pictures figured out. I'll take some pictures of the Chevy and of the IDI. I have all kinds of pictures. You guys can hear me. There we go. Did you guys lose feed for a minute? I lost video for a minute for some reason. Yeah, bugged out and started spinning around. I could still see everything but the video for whatever reason. I'm not sure what that was about. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Carl. So next week, if you guys you want to be more prepared like I wasn't, send me some pictures to my email, and then I'll figure out how to get things up on the screen. Because I can pull them up, but I can't actually, I can put a picture on here. Let's see what this one is, just for the heck of it. Oh, it's not what I wanted to. That's what I thought. I see how to do it now, though. I just got to organize my pictures so when you guys come in. Oh, here, this is the one I wanted to show you guys. Oh, what's it called? It's under, okay, I know where it is. It's on my desktop. That's where it is. Hang on, I'm gonna, I thought this was kind of cool. Yeah. Thanks for being patient, you guys. I should already have all this stuff figured out, but I just been crazy busy with all this stuff I got going on. Tomorrow I got to go in and have my eye operated on. Where's that thing I had? I seen it. Now I don't see it. Well, that sucks. I can see it when I open it, but I don't see it on here for some reason. Huh. Okie dokie. Just gonna see if I can. So here's a picture of the boat. This is the new boat that I got. That's my newest project. It's a 1980 American boat company, but it has a 285 horse OMC with an outdrive. This thing should do like 70 miles an hour, man. It's got a V8 small block in it, inboard, and it's super clean, man. It's just like that red one. Yeah, it's all fiberglass hull. There's no wood. It's completely 100% fiberglass. So it's super light. Don't weigh nothing. And it's got a small block in it. It's pretty nice boat, man. Yeah, I picked it up for dirt cheap, man. I'm not kidding you. It was I tried to get it for $600, but I couldn't talk the guy down. And it was like, he had like 20 people on his phone that was wanting to come look at it. So I talked him down $50. So I got it for $800. But it has like a brand new set of seats in it. So I looked up the seats. The seats were $600. They've never been mounted. They're like right out of the box. And he just redid the floor with new carpet. And the glass, it's like a metal flake blue. I'll have some better pictures for you guys next week. But it's a metal flake blue, and the gel coat on it is like, I'd say 80%, man. It's an 8 out of 10. So it's in really good shape. It only has 300 hours on it. Let me see if I can find another good picture. Let's see what's in this file. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes for some reason, like you can see stuff on your desktop, but when I open it to grab a picture out, it says there's nothing there. So I'm not sure what that's about. Not sure. I got to figure that out. It happens quite often. Like I can see the picture on my desktop, but then when I try to pull it up to download it, it just says it looks like the folder's empty. It doesn't make any sense. Don't know. And here's my other little project. Let's see if it pulled it up. This is a little it's called a Baja Blitz. So I took it in on from a trade. I sold my Road King, and the guy was short a little money. So he says, hey, I got this little like pit bike. I said, well, bring it. Let's check it out. So it has that little 212cc Predator motor in it. It's been modified. It's got exhaust on it and a nice carburetor. But I'm thinking I pulled the motor off because I'm going to give this to like a 10-year-old kid. And I think that motor's too much. Do you, Alex? I think they're kind of cool because I thought about using the motor to teach automotive with, because you can get people to like teach them how to rebuild a motor with it, because they're just basic, really basic. And you get all kinds of aftermarket parts for them. You have the same one? Does it say Blitz on it? Because I seen a bunch of Ruckus, but I haven't seen any that say Blitz. This thing will do like 60 miles an hour. And it had some little bolts on the back of it welded on it, and I wasn't sure what they are until I went out and rode it. And as soon as I rode it, I go, oh, I know what those are. Those were wheelie bars. You can't keep the front end on this thing on the ground. It's a Blitz. They're pretty cool. Well, my plan was I was going to make it look like a little miniature Harley. Like put a small little seat on it and then put like a imitation fuel tank on it. And then like some little saddlebags. Because it looks like it's got like some ape hangers on it, like pretty. And it has a really wide front end. So it kind of looks like a wide glide with ape hangers on it. And I was thinking, I got some old Harley parts around here, and I was thinking about, I got a tail light assembly off of like a mid 80s Evolution. So I thought I'd wire in that tail light. Then I'll take two of those LEDs that I've been trying to sell everybody and put two of those LEDs side by side as a headlight. But I'm going to tear it all down. I'm going to tear the whole thing down, and then we're going to paint it, maybe try to pinstripe it, try to just fancy it up a little bit, These are neat little projects. I think they're cool for people that don't have the budget to build something, because you can pick these things up with a blown motor for like a couple $100 and then go down and get one of these Predator motors at a Harbor Freight, throw a couple $100 in parts in it, and man, you got a neat little project. Especially for some, maybe a woman or, someone that doesn't have a lot of automotive experience. This would make a cool little project. So let's hear about your guys' project. Oh, really? Advanced Auto. I've seen a bunch that look like this, like the Colemans and the Ruckus, but I'd never seen one that said Blitz on it. But when he brought this in, I was like, heck yeah, I gave him $400 value for the pocket bike. I think the little motor had about $300 worth of parts on it. So what kind of projects are you guys working on? Let me see if I can find another picture while I'm dinking around here. I just see I can play you guys video. So next week I'll play you a little video of some kind too. Let's see. I'm going to show you guys. Let's see if I got a good picture of the Road King. Oh, that's a fair picture. So this is the Road King that I sold. That's how I ended up with that pocket bike. I bought this. No problem, man. You don't have to have a project to be here. I just wanted to, everyone, welding classmate put a chainsaw engine on a mountain bike. Yeah. I remember I had, when I was younger, this guy I knew, he had a really big chainsaw motor on a go-kart. Man, that thing was crazy fast. These little Predator motors, I thought, man, what'd be cool is to build a little, like a little puddle jumper flat bottom boat with a straight shaft out the back and do a dual motor, like put two of them on a little like a little 10-foot flat bottom, and then have, you know, dual motor. Those little motors, man, scream. But you got to take them apart and put a billet flywheel in them and put a heavier duty case on them in case they come apart. But they're only rated for like 3,600 RPMs, and they build these things up where they'll go 9,000. Really, 2 chainsaw engines. I got this cool little thing out back. I thought about sticking that thing on there, but man, it looks dangerous. It was a little, it was like a little electric trike, and I took it apart and I flipped the frame upside down, and I was building like a little chopper for my grandson. And then when they moved, it was left behind. And I was thinking, and I put a rear end assembly out of one of those electric little scooters that people that are, it's like a wheelchair, electric wheelchair. And man, that thing zips, got a little 2-speed electric, but I was thinking, man, I should throw that little 212 on there, but it sets up really high. I'm thinking, man, if you tried to turn it, it'd probably flip for sure. Probably have to widen out the axles or something. But it'd be pretty cool. You never see another one like that thing. So tomorrow, they're going to put a new lens in my eye. About a year ago, I had this left eye operated on. And when they did it, they said that they was going to have to do some other stuff within a year. So tomorrow I got to go in for eye surgery. So I was trying to get all my stuff done today. So in case I'm down for a day or two. I was supposed to go back to work this week. Here, I'll put my ugly mug on this thing again. So I had a torn retina in this left eye. My vision got real blurry. And I went to the eye doctor, and they sent me to a specialist, and they looked at it and they said, oh, you got to go in for emergency surgery. You got torn your retina in your eye. So the very next day, man, they sent me for emergency surgery. And then, man, it was crazy. The aftercare, you had to sit like this, man. You couldn't move your head side to side, up or down. I had to lay face down like this in bed. I thought it was going to be like 2 or 3 weeks, but I only had to do that for like 3 or 4 days. Why? Yeah, because I guess when you get what they explained it to me, it was like right around 60. They explained it like a basketball that's really full of air, and as you get older, your eye loses the tightness, and it starts to sag like a basketball that went flat. And so some of the tissue tears away on the backside of your eye. And if it doesn't tear away clean, it rips the retina. So they had to reattach my retina. So when they do that, it creates scar tissue. And they already told me after a year, you're going to have another surgery. So tomorrow's surgery day. So I was trying to get all my stuff squared away, so what do you guys think of this Road King? I bought that to ride while I had my other bike tore down, but I just didn't like the way it set. The bars were real low. They have what they call beach bars on it. And I just didn't like the way it rode. It just didn't feel comfortable at all. I was going to have to put new bars on it and extend all the cables and everything. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I sold this bike. That's how I ended up. It was a pretty nice bike, 97. But it had what they call Morelli fuel injection in it. It was a first generation Harley Davidson fuel injection. which they're getting hard to find parts for. So I made a guy a good deal on it, and now I ended up with that little mini bike. That was part of the trade. Let me see if I can find I wish I could find a picture of my Chevy. Let me see if I can find a picture of the Chevy. Let me see if I got something posted where you guys can see it. Give me just a second. I'm looking up stuff. Next time I'll be more prepared. I apologize that I wasn't ready. I was just doing a lot of let me see what I got here. Well, no, let's see. I got that. Oh, see, there's something. I got to figure this out. For some reason, like when I go, like you go to get certain, you can see the pictures in the desktop, but when you try to open the file, it's empty. So I don't know what that's about, man. Something weird. Well, I'll get the picture squared away next time. Because sometimes, like, you got to copy them and put them on a desktop or something. No. All my IDI stuff, it won't pull it up. Do not know. Yeah, for some reason it won't let me open the file. Sorry about that. I'll get it more squared away next time. Yeah, I had 2 bikes when I bought this one. Actually, I had 3. So I had 4. So I sold this one. And then I got a 91 Electric Glide. That's my favorite bike. So, but if you guys go to the channel, there's a video. Actually, I might be able to play that video for you of the, give me a second. Let's see which ones are here. I'm not sure what video it is. Oh, here's a picture. I'll show you guys the IDI. I got some pictures here I can show you. Actually, they're all videos. Let's see. I'm not sure what I'm showing you here, so there's no telling what you're getting. Well, you can get a kind of good look of it this way on this one. If you count his basket case 49. You can't have too many bikes, man, in my opinion. you know. I got to organize my stuff, man. It's so hard to find anything in here. I'm going to try this to see if it'll let you do it. I'm not sure what this one is. I'll load it. Here we go. Step 2, going to put some soap on the bad boy. It's time. So that's the 92 Ford F-250. It has a 7.3 with an IDI, which is a non-computer controlled 7.3 with no turbo. I got a smoking deal on this thing too. I went in and bought it, and it didn't have batteries in it. I couldn't start it. I didn't know if the motor was seized. I didn't know if the tranny even would engage. So I bought it. What did I pay for this one? $700. You should have seen the way I loaded that thing on the trailer, man. I had no business loading this thing on a trailer. It was a nightmare, man. We had it hanging off the back of the trailer. I don't know if this shows it or not. I'm not even sure what video I'm showing you here because I don't have. You guys ever use one of these foam cannons? I got this thing. It's called a foam cannon for the end of my pressure washer. Man, it's a great tool. They're like $20, and it just clips right on the end of your pressure washer, and you put soap in it. Man, I use it all the time. Washing the cars and stuff, washing my motorhome, washing the side of the house. I just put Dawn dish soap in it. Works great. But anyway, so when we first got it, get rid of that. Well, next time I'll have some good video for you guys. Yeah, 88 Ford F regular cab swampy. I like those Fords. They become really popular, man. I mean, they have become they become like super popular. I'm shocked at what they sell them for. So I just seen, like, that's a 92. I seen a 95 just sell a couple weeks ago, and it was two-wheel drive, extended cab, just like this one with a 7.3 in it, and they got $15,000 for it. It's crazy what the prices are getting, but I guess they're starting to be, you know, for me, they're not classics, but for other people, they are, because these are the trucks they remember, you know, growing up as a kid, you know. So they're really taking off in like value. They're hard to find a good deal on. They're around though. There's people that still have them that'll sell them cheap, especially if they don't run. This one here, man, it had a 7.3 in it, and I was like, I don't care if it doesn't run. I know I can make it run. That 7.3 is the best motor Ford ever built. I put a set of glow plugs in it. I put a starter in it and 2 batteries. So I'm about $500 in parts into it. So I'm about $1,200 into the truck. But the interior is perfect. The paint is like, I'd say it's an 8 out of a 10. I haven't waxed it yet. I just put a little wax on it yesterday. I did one little panel on it just to see how it would come out. And it was pretty good. And then I resealed. It didn't really cost much. I think it was $80 for the kit, but I resealed the injector, the return lines. Yeah, it's crazy what they want for stuff. It's junk, and they want $5,000 for it. But you just got to keep looking around. They'll come up. They go fast, though. Like when stuff comes up, man, you got to be ready to go get it. That's how we ended up with the boat. Because I called a guy, and he goes, well, I'm out of town. He goes, I won't be able to meet with you till tomorrow. And he goes, I got another guy coming tomorrow at like 1. And I said, well, I can be there tomorrow first thing in the morning, 8 o'clock. He goes, okay. I said, matter of fact, I can come tonight if you want me to. I said, I can be there when you get home. He goes, well, I might get home a little early. I'll let you know. So we went over there, and we were the first ones there. And he said, I got like, he showed me, he goes, I got like 20 texts, people wanting to come look at this boat. But when I looked it over, I knew it was clean. You can tell when they're clean. Like that red one I bought, that 63 Elgin, that thing is like so nice. It's like a time capsule. I mean, that boat's like what, 60 something years old now? It's 61, 62 years old. And it's got a 50 horse on it. It's only 13 feet long. It's four wide. It's like 5 wide by 13 long. And it's got a 50 horse on it. That thing's going to fly. Just like this one. My grandson, he has a really fancy bass boat. And he's always, because I'm always telling him, man, you don't need to be buying that brand new stuff. You're just buying a headache. It's going to cost so much to fix that thing. And anyway, his boat's been in the shop, man, for a lot lately. And so I called him up. And I said, hey, what do you think of my boat? I said, what size is that motor that you have on your, I thought he had a 200. And he said, it's a 250. And I said, well, this old boat that I paid $700 for has a 285 on it. He goes, they don't make a 285. I said, yeah, they do. I said, it's a small block Chevy. He goes, really? I go, yeah, it'll probably do 70. Speedometer says 60. Speedometer don't mean nothing, but I did some research on it. They say with 2 passengers and not a lot of weight in a boat, that boat will do 70 plus. So it's a little rocket ship of a boat. I'm kind of looking forward. What I heard about them, though, is the OMC, that 900 OMC, they have problems with that outdrive a lot. So we'll see. But it don't have any hours on it. It only has 300 hours on it from new. So this Friday, so we're going to be doing Tuesdays and Fridays from now on. We'll be doing Tuesday nights at 6 and Friday nights at 6. We'll do, everybody's projects on Tuesdays nights like we're doing tonight. And then on Friday nights, we're going to do the tool giveaway. We'll just keep doing the, did you guys make it to the trivia this last Friday? It was kind of fun. We did, instead of doing automotive questions, we did like automotive history. It was kind of fun. I learned a few things myself even by looking up stuff. I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. We'll be doing that. And then we got we're working on the merch on the hats. Man, trying to get people to do anything nowadays is, man, it's hard to get people motivated. But we're probably going to go with it. I'm going to give this guy about 2 more days. If he doesn't get back to me, we're going to go with another supplier. We're going to set up a store where people can buy them if they want. We've had a lot of people ask about the hats. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to tell you guys. Yeah, we'll do it again, Carl. It was kind of fun. What we did was I did like interesting facts about different kind of automobiles. Like when the first front wheel drive car came into existence. And this is one thing I've always known, but that electric cars were actually prior to the gas engine cars. Like in the 1890s, like 1880s, 1890s, there were more electric cars on the road than there were gas cars. Because you had to crank them by hand to get them started. And that's what revolutionized the automobile was the electric starter motor. Because then, women could start them and drive them. Before that, most women wouldn't drive the gas rigs; they would only drive the electrics. Because people would break their arms and all kinds of stuff trying to get those things started. So anyway, there was some interesting facts on that. We were talking about the batteries. So the batteries in the early electric cars were made out of cast iron. Could you imagine what that thing weighed? Oh, the first Ford, yeah. There was all kinds of stuff. And then the model, that was probably the Model A. And then the Model T, the one problem, he forgot to put one in it. The Model T, they had issues with them running out of fuel. Because they had a gravity-fed gas tank. That's how they didn't have a fuel pump. So it just gravity-fed. And what would happen if you got a really steep incline like that? You'd get about 3/4 of the way through the hill and it would run out of gas. So what they would do is they would turn them around backwards and they would go up the hills in reverse. So it wouldn't run out of fuel. It's kind of funny, huh? And what was it? What was it with Sunbeam? Forget what the deal was with that. Sunbeam did something. I have to look at my notes. I was thinking it was the first front-wheel drive car. No, that's what it was. The first 12-cylinder engine was developed by Sunbeam. It was like in 1899 or 1900 was the first 12-cylinder engine. I thought that was interesting. And Sunbeam, somebody asked about that and it said that Sunbeam was a company that Shelby worked with in the 60s. Thought that was kind of interesting. So if you guys see me on here early in the mornings, I'm just shooting a bull. So I'll be going back to work. So when I go back to work, I got to be at work at 6:30. So I'll probably be up early, like about 3 or 4. And then I'll do some lives in the mornings, maybe once a week or twice a week early. It'll just be, just pretty generic, just shooting a bull. And then Tuesdays we'll do the project nights. And then on Fridays, we'll do the trivia and give away a tool. Matter of fact, I got to ship a tool. I'm supposed to go out today. I'll have to make sure it goes out tomorrow. It was a busy day today. So what do you guys got planned? You guys got any projects planned? or anything in the thinking or workings or wishing you could do? I'll tell you the truck I'd like to do. I want to do a like a 51 through like right around 53 Chevy 3100 pickup. I've always wanted, I've had one when I was younger and I sold it. And I always wanted to build me one of those. Put a Camaro front clip on it and put a nice motor in it. I wouldn't mind just keeping one stock too. They're really neat when they're fully stocked, just with a straight six and a Strongberg 1-cylinder or 1-barrel carburetor. And they had an oil bath carburetor on them. Well, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So some people that's been here before has said, hey, a lot of times they just listen to the live. They don't really watch it. And so what we did, we moved all the lives to our podcast list. So now if you go to YouTube Music, you can find the lives on YouTube Music and you can listen to them over. Or if you wanted to share them with somebody. So if you go to YouTube Music and just put in Go Big Garage 66 or Go Big Garage Weekly Podcast, all the lives are there now. So they're available on YouTube Music. My project is for next year to retrofit the back of my 87 Mazda that has a cap on it and go camping with my wife. There you go. That's a great project, man. I've done some camping like that. We used to go camping when my kids were younger. I had a little Datsun 510 wagon, and I had a canvas tent that I bought at a yard sale for $5. And we put that big old canvas tent on the top of because it had a rack on top. So I put the canvas tent up on the rack, and then we had for a while we had a canoe. Then we put all our stuff on top, and then we'd strap the canoe on top, and we would go. And then I got a little 12-foot aluminum boat. So we'd put all of our stuff in the boat, like all the light stuff, like our bedding and that kind of stuff in the boat. And then we would haul that little boat with that little 12-foot aluminum fishing boat with that little 510 wagon. And I had to be me, my wife, both of my kids, and my dog in that 510 pulling that boat. But man, we went all over in that thing. We started out tent camping, and then we bought a little 12-foot like travel trailer. But it didn't have a toilet in it. It didn't have heat in it. It was just a place to sleep, And we graduated over the years, and now I got a motorhome. I can't sleep on the ground no more. Me and the ground don't get along anymore. I'm good for like one night on the ground. Then I'm done. That's a good project, though. You see a lot of people doing those little camp, like they only call them overlanders. You guys know what those are? That's kind of cool. They build these like 4-wheel drive trucks, and then they have like a tent that's on the top that folds out. That then they get up on top and sleep in this tent that's on the top of the vehicle. It's kind of cool. Oh, for vertigo, she has vertigo. In the back of that, trying to think how you could do that. It's a pretty small pickup. Yeah, probably the best way to go, because that's a pretty small area, so you're not going to want to put like probably one of those little backpack Honda generators, and then like just a little window unit. Get the smallest window unit you can get. I put one in my garage. Yeah, fan's not going to help her, man. You need to get some cool air in there, especially if she gets My wife used to have medical problems too. We had to keep her cool. What I would do is just get a little Honda generator, one of those little, because they have some really small little Honda generators, like 1,000-watt generators. And then get a small little, the smallest freaking window unit you can find. So I bought one for my garage, and it's only like, it's probably only like 12 by 20, maybe, somewhere like that. It's not very big, but it cools my garage down. I mean, it won't get it like on a hot summer day, it won't be 60 in there, but it'll cool it down quite a bit in there. But you're going to need a generator, a small one. Those little portables are pretty good. They run off 110, but they're just bulky. For a little pickup like that, it'd be tough. Those little units that they put on top of the motorhomes, man, they work great. But they pull like 20 amps, maybe 30. You know? Yeah, a fan's not going to cut it if it gets really hot. I know that those rooftop AC units that I have on my motorhome, they're the originals. They were put on there in 1987, and they're 14,000 BTU a piece. And I can run 2 of them on my generator, and man, it'll get it so cold in that motorhome, you'll go outside because it's so cold. It'll freeze you out of there. And they've never had any issues with them, you know, knock on wood. But they're the original AC units. They're called Brisk Air. I'm not sure how many watts one of those would take. Man, if you could pick one of those up, you know, and mount that thing on the roof, that'd be sweet. But you'd have to have a small generator for sure. Suitcase gen. My dad has 222, and they are light and quiet. Yeah, that's that little. I think it's called a Predator, isn't it? There's a lot of people that use those. I think it's called the Predator. It's kind of odd that it's named after that same motor we were just talking about, but I think that's a Predator. I bought a little Champion one from Tractor Supply, and I got it because the lens was broke on it for the ammeter. Just the cover was broke where the needle was at, so they had it on like special price. I got it for like brand new for $75, and I was like, I don't care if it has that thing on there, you know, as long as nobody messes with it, it'll be just fine. And so when we had the power outages here, what I did, I ran my refrigerator with it. I would just run a cord into the kitchen so we could fire up the refrigerator in the house. We had refrigerator and the internet on that little, I think it's only like 1,000-watt generator, but they're small, man. They're super small. It's the smallest one they make, but it was enough to power the refrigerator and the Wi-Fi in the house. So it was kind of handy. I kept it. I almost sold it a couple times, and I was like, you know what? I would just hang on to this thing. Yeah, that's the one, the inverter generator. I think it's like a 3300 or something. They got a couple different ones. No, they do a pretty good job. A lot of RVers use that model, that Predator inverter, and they're quiet. The Hondas, man. I was out camping one time. I talked to this guy. He had one of those little tiny Hondas you can just pick up with one hand like that. And what he would do with his, he would put a 55-gallon trash can over it, and then he would just put a 2-by on the back side just so it had about this much where it could, you know, it could vent and it could get air. And you couldn't even hear it. I mean, you could walk right by, you wouldn't even notice it was running. Super quiet. The one I have on my motorhome, man, it's loud. It's like an old, I think it's a Presto light, but man, it's a good generator. The thing will run it forever. I've never had a single problem with it. We run it. Like when we're traveling with the motorhome, we just leave it running so we can run the AC. So we run the generator, and then we run both AC units while we're going down the road in the summertime. It's like 65 degrees in there. The vent AC and motorhomes are just a joke. There's not enough volume there to keep them cool. When you have like 30 feet of space to cool, that little vented coming out of the vent AC. My dad's friend says that the Harbor Freight are rebadged Honda generators. Yeah, who knows? You just don't even know anymore. That one that we had though, we still have the motorhome, but we'd run both ACs and run the generator. But those old generators, man, they cost you like $1 gallon an hour for fuel. So if you're running for 10 hours traveling, that's another $10, another $50 a day. Hey, Mr. Taka from Russia, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the live. But if you could get your hands on a small little rooftop unit, man, that'd be nice because they have a fan on them and you can turn them. You don't have to turn them down ice cold. You can turn them, just to cool off where it's not freezing cold in there. But man, they're bulletproof. They'll last forever. There's nothing really go wrong in them. They got a fan up, they got just like a little compressor and set of coils and then a squirrel cage. And that's about it. There's like nothing up there. It's like nothing to break, really. There's no electronics in them. They're all mechanical. Mr. Taka, so do you have a project you're working on? Anything you're building? Give you a chance to. Something similar to a Blue Eddy. Maybe one of those small little like those little 12 volts, maybe. Because you're just talking about the back of a little small Mazda pickup, right? It might be enough. A small little rooftop would be great though. The smallest little window unit you could get would be nice because if you could set it up so when you got to where you're going, you could put it in the side window. It's like you have like a camp. You're talking about putting a camper on the back, right? You could modify one of those side windows to accept like a window unit, but you'd have to have a little generator run it. That'd be the way to go. Especially if she has vertigo, you don't want her getting overheated. Depends on where you're going to. The other thing you can do is just go camping where you got some elevation. Go up in the mountains, get up to about, that's what a lot of people do that run that RV year round. So when it starts to get hot, they try to find 4,500 elevation because then you don't need it. Yeah, that's what I thought with a sliding window. Then they have those little portable ones, and they work good, but man, they're just bulky. I don't know where you put it to get it up there, because you could set one of those like outside and just vent it into the cab. But man, they're probably, you'd have to have a hell of a generator run one of those things. Get the weirdest people in here sometimes, man. I don't know what they think you're going to let them hang around, but it ain't happening. You're in Maine at that elevation. I have to go near Mount Catherine. You're in Maine, huh, Carl? I always wanted to go to Maine. Matter of fact, me and my wife, we were planning on moving to Maine. I found a house and everything up there. It was in what's the name of the place? I can't remember now. I'll have to find it and tell you where it was at. But we were thinking about going to Maine. Boy, they got a lot of lakes there. They got a lot of coastline too in Maine. My girl, she's going to go check out Maine in May. She's planning a trip up to Maine. I've always wanted to go. It seems I was really wanting to move there. I mean, I was going to go really rural. It was way up north. I'm trying to remember the name. I'd have to get a map out, and I'd remember if I looked at the map. We're going to go super, super north. There was like no population up that way. Catadin. My grandson, he's talking about doing that. So he's getting out of high school. He's getting ready to graduate high school. And he's talking about taking a trip up to Maine, spend the whole summer. I've always wanted to go. It's got amazing coastline. And lots of lakes. I'm trying to remember the name of that. It was I know they have a lot of they say ponds, but they're not ponds. They say when it says a pond in Maine, it's a lake. Something pond. But it was a cabin. Man, it was beautiful. I wish I would have bought it. It was a really nice cabin set right on the creek. The guy did a really good job doing the basement. It was all done in concrete. It was really nicely done. And his kids were getting older, so they were wanting to move out of Maine. And I found him on the internet, and we worked out a deal. You know, we come up with a good price. I was trying to sell my house so I could make the deal happen, and I lost my wife. So there was the end of that. But we were really seriously talking about moving to Maine. Or we wanted to go and spend like a whole year in the motorhome up there and see if we liked it or not. You can't beat the weather in California, though. You know, people always poo-poo California because of all the other stuff, all the taxes and what we pay for utilities and all the politics here. But man, I tell you what, you can't complain with the weather. You know, we have some great weather here. Well, boys and girls, I think I'm going to call it a night. I got to get up pretty early and check in to get my eyeball poked on tomorrow. In Log Cabin Jackman, Maine. It works at it's a nice town with lots of woods and great fishing. Yeah, that's what I'm about, man. I love the woods. Like I said, I'm wanting to say it was Palermo, Maine, but I don't know if it was. For some reason, I thought it was Palermo, just out of sight. It was on the outskirts of Palermo, Maine. Lobster. Yeah, you ain't kidding. They got a lot. They got some of the best lobster in the world. That's what I heard. I guess the people can be, yeah. It was kind of a cool deal because the guy never put the house on the market. I found it, you know, actually what I was on was a Moving to Maine Facebook page and just asking people about, you know, the different areas, what to expect, you know, do I need to have a 4-wheel drive all year, you know, just things that you don't think about when you're not from somewhere. And that guy got on there. He said, "Hey, I got a house for sale if you're looking for one." So I talked to him on the phone. He sent me pictures. It was a beautiful place, man. It was a good deal too. And I was like that close. I was trying to sell my house. We were heading that way. Carl, probably Friday night. They're saying the surgery is not a big deal. They say it's only going to be like 15, 20 minutes. And then they're saying that probably I might even go to work on Friday. So more than likely we'll have a live Friday night and we'll do the trivia and give away a tool. And maybe we'll do the historical stuff again. It was kind of fun because everybody kind of learned something, you know, like I brought up, you know, first front wheel drive car, first fuel injected car, you know, stuff like that. Because we always think that the new technology is all new and, you know, all that kind of stuff, but it really isn't. All right, I'm out of here, boys and girls. Hey, I mean this from the bottom of my heart when I tell you guys, thanks for showing up for the lives. I really, really, really appreciate it. All right, man, you guys take care. I'll be more prepared with some pictures of my projects next time. I just got buried today with a lot of stuff going on. But next Tuesday, I'll have all kinds of pictures for you guys, all right? All right, I'm out of here, man. Later.